هلو جايز، مرحبا بكم. ان شاء الله نقراو القصه الثانيه ديالنا The Picture of Dorian Gray. ان شاء الله نقرا فين وصلنا البارح باش نبقاو يعني متبعين ان شاء الله ونترينيو على القراءه والسمع ان شاء الله. Let's go. Part 1. Two friends. The curtains moved gently in the summer wind. The smell of flowers came in through the open window. And in the distance there was the faint noise of London traffic. It was very peaceful in the artist's studio. Lord Henry Wotton was laying back in a large chair, smoking a cigarette. He was watching the blue smoke rise to the ceiling. And he was also watching his friend Basil Hallward, the artist. Basil was standing in front of a painting which was nearly finished. It was the portrait of a young man, a very beautiful young man. Basil and Lord Henry were good friends. They had studied at Oxford University together. Now they were both about 30 years old. Basil worked very hard and he was a well-known artist. Lord Henry, who was called Harry by his friends, did not work at all. He was a rich man. He spent his money on expensive food and clothes, and on valuable books and paintings. Lord Henry pointed towards the painting. "That is the best portrait you have ever painted, Basil," he said. "You must show it in the best art gallery in London." Lord Henry continued. "Everybody must see it." "I am not going to show this picture in a gallery," Basil replied. "Not going to show it?" said Harry in surprise. "You artists are silly people. You want to be famous. You become famous, then you don't like being famous. Think, Basil. It is bad when people talk about you, but it is worse when they don't talk about you. Why won't you show the picture?" "I know you will laugh at me, Harry," answered Basil, "but I can't show the picture because it shows too much of me. It is too much like me." "Nonsense," said Harry. "The picture does not look like you at all. You have black hair and a strong, intelligent face. But you are not beautiful, Basil. The young man in the portrait has blonde hair and a pale face, and he is beautiful." "You don't understand me at all, Harry," said Basil. "I don't mean that I look like Dorian Gray." "Dorian Gray? Is that the young man's name?" "Yes, that is his name. I didn't want to tell you." Basil stopped talking and went out of the door into the garden. Harry laughed and followed him. The two young men sat on a long wooden seat under a laurel tree. The summer wind moved through the shiny leaves. Harry looked at his watch. "I shall have to go soon, Basil," he said. "But first I want an answer to my question." "What question?" asked Basil. "Why won't you show the picture of Dorian Gray in a gallery? What is the reason?" "I told you the reason," said Basil. "It is too much like me." "But what do you mean?" asked Harry. "I am an artist," said Basil. "An artist paints pictures of other people, but I believe that an artist shows his own feelings in every picture he paints. Each time I paint a picture, I show feelings that are inside me. I don't want people to look at the picture of Dorian Gray. I don't want them to find out about my feelings." Basil stopped speaking. Harry bent down and picked a small white flower from the grass. "And what are your feelings, Basil? Tell me," he said. He looked closely at the tiny flower. At last, Basil spoke again. I met Dorian at a party. It was Lady Brandon's party, and a lot of people were there. Dorian and I saw each other at the same time. I felt afraid, but I don't know why. Then I felt that this person was very important to me. I felt that I had known him for a long time. Somebody introduced Dorian to me. Somebody made a joke and we both laughed. Suddenly Dorian and I were friends. Well, laughter is the best beginning for a friendship, said Harry. And it is the best ending for a friendship too. Harry, you are never serious, said Basil. Dorian is my closest friend. I see him every day. He is the most important thing in my life. He is more important to me than my work. But I thought your work was the most important thing in your life, Basil, said Harry. It is important, but I need Dorian. I am a better artist now that I know Dorian. Do you remember that picture of the landscape, the woods and fields? Everybody thought it was my best painting. Do you know why it was good? It was good because Dorian was there. He saw me paint it. Dorian has the power to make me a better artist. But I don't want him to know this. I don't want anybody to know, so can't show the painting in a gallery. It shows too much of me. It is too much like me. I think you are wrong, Basil, said Harry. Poets put their feelings into their poems, and they make money. So artists must put their feelings into their pictures. Then they can make money too. Then Harry thought of something else. You will get tired of this beautiful young man, he said. One day this beauty will disappear and Dorian Gray won't be interesting anymore. No, Harry, that is not true. Don't talk like that, said Basil. Dorian's beauty is not important to me. Dorian himself is important to me. Dorian Gray must be an interesting young man, said Harry. I want to meet him. I don't want you to meet him, replied Basil quickly. You don't want me to meet him? No. Suddenly Basil's servant came out into the garden. Mr. Dorian Gray is here, sir. He is in the studio, he said. I will have to meet Dorian now, said Harry, laughing. Please tell Mr. Gray that I'm coming, said Basil to the servant. Then Basil turned to Harry. He was upset and he spoke slowly to Harry. Please be careful, Harry, he said. Dorian is beautiful and very young. You are never serious and you say strange things. Don't talk to him. Please don't try to influence him, to change him. Your influence would be bad, and I need him. I need him to help me with my work. You are talking nonsense, said Harry, smiling. Now introduce me to Dorian Gray. He took hold of Basil's arm and led him into the studio. So وصلنا هنا guys. إن شاء الله الفيديو القادم نكملوا إن شاء الله شوية بشوية تنكملوا القصة الكاملة بالتوفيق. Good luck.